good for here.
What's that up there?
That the ones straight away from us?
Is he the one with his butt facing us, Hash?
Or is that sagebrush? Down from the one at the butt. To the right. Down and right. That's gotta be just sagebrush. Oh, it looks like antler.
That's our first night here. Eric's going after a pretty nice 4-point in Corral Creek. There's a lot of deer out in here. We'll see if we can get on this guy. Good job, dude. Are these over here? There's the crop circles. Good
Here's
job,
the
Eric.
answer. This is how crop circles are formed. You spine a buck and they drop and they go around and around and make crop circles.
Nice buck.
Thanks, man.
First night, and then we just got a phone call from Darren, the buck I went after, and went up over the hill. Hash got him. So we got 2 deer first night. So now the pressure's on me and Darren.
After I killed this buck, there was a nice wide whitetail right across the fence at about 325.
And I just couldn't get on him quick enough and he took off.
That's pretty awesome.
Alright, and Hash is up over that way with Darren. Pretty sunset. Well, alright, we gotta get some photos and get gutting. You wanna see if you can pick him up?
Oh, first night. We drove over, got here about 1 o'clock. Spent some time talking to Crystal and then went and unloaded. And came out to, well, we went down on the creek by the bridge. Saw some whitetail and mule deer, but nothing very big. Saw 1 buck over to the north. Then we came up Corral Creek here. As soon as we got up into Corral Creek, we started seeing deer all over the place. And got out the spotting scope and instantly identified 4 or 5 good shooter bucks. Tom was actually the one that picked this buck out, and we watched him for a minute and watched him bed. And we were going to go down the road over here to the west, but it looked like there was a rise in between us and the buck, and that if we came in from the north and walked straight through the grain field, the stubble, that we come up over that rise and get this buck. And it worked out, textbook, worked out perfectly. And I owed this buck to Tom. He spotted him and declined him, wanted one of us to go after him. So, and after I shot this buck, the deer over on this hill to the west of us started heading out the north, so we cut him off and intercepted him over there, and Brian got a shot, knocked him down. So first night here, we haven't even seen Higgins yet, and we already have 2 deer down.
Good job, dude.
We're gonna get some photos and get this guy field dressed and start dragging him where we can get a deer cart to him. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Good
Means
job.
a lot.
Good job.
This means a lot.
Pretty night. There's the moon.
Yep, beautiful night.
November 9th. All these turkeys just came off the roost. Just had a good whitetail buck over here on the creek. Tom's trying to decide whether to shoot or not.
Nice whitetail buck that Tom's thinking about going after. He's about 1,150 yards right now.
Look through that patch.
You start like connects the calf, let him start milking it.
You want to go or you want me to go, Eric? Is your back okay?
Yeah, my back's fine.
I'll totally go. If you want to be on this side of the fence, use that for a little bit of.
Here we are, stalking Montana style. Good 8-point whitetail buck out here that Tom's going after. Trying to get a range. We just took a range. We're at 602. We're gonna try to get the range down to about 450. About 600 yards. We want to get 150, 200 yards closer. There's the doe. There's the buck. There's another smaller buck over in here somewhere. Off to the left. Got it disappeared. Okay, that was the land. Should we go? Him. I think he just bedded down. He came up. Tommy's all set up with the Swagger 5-pound, ready to make a 360-yard shot when that buck stands up. He's in some tall grass right now, so we can't see him. Again.
I hope he stands up.
Yeah,
Sooner than
he'll stand up eventually. I got almost full battery and about 10 minutes of tape left, so let's make this good.
Yeah, hope so.
Here's a little mule deer buck we're watching while we wait for the whitetail to stand up. We're hoping this mule deer causes the whitetail to stand up. Yeah, the whitetail doe just stood up.
Okay. So that's a mule deer buck out there. Anyway, Eric and I were just thinking that maybe you and Hash ought to just go ahead and get in your truck and head over to the west side there and Higgin and just glass up around in there and see if we can find that fruited buck.
Still waiting for that buck to stand up. Got some mule deer and whitetail walking around out here. That's the doe. Damn it. Well, he could be standing up any second. Just waiting for the buck to stand up. Still waiting for the buck to stand. It's like an hour later. Okay, I'm on him. Like a turn. Always looking at their
And I'm afraid he's dead on, isn't
No, that's his butt to the left.
he? Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Shoot. Wait.
I wouldn't aim at his neck because of windrift. I'd aim slightly on the right of his chest.
Think he's
Yeah.
turned.
He's looking at us.
Right, but is he broadside?
Yeah, he's broadside.
Just went down.
Put his head down.
All right.
He laid back down.
He's down.
Yes. Yes.
He's down. That can of water. She looked over her shoulder. She's hit through the shoulder now. Start over. Yeah. So we spotted this buck first thing this morning, Crown Creek, and debating whether to go after him or not. This is the one that we tried to get after last night after Eric's. Anyway, we saw a pretty nice whitetail up at Higgins Ranch right by the house this morning. We got down into the river before we get a chance at him. Anyway, we've been waiting for him to stand up since probably about 8 o'clock, and it's 1 o'clock, a little after 1. Used my moo cow decoy, and we got within 250 yards of him, and he was at first 1,100 yards. Eric and I worked our way all the way down in here. Hash and Bear went on over to the other part and headed down and saw quite a few deer, just no big bucks yet to go after for Darren. And he finally stood up, and I was able to hit him and dropped him and did all right there. Then the doe he was with, she got up, and I ended up getting her too, so I'm all tagged out. So we got a little haul out to do here, but thanks, Eric, for your patience and running the camera. And I mean, we were doing coyote calls and buck calls, and they wouldn't even stand up because this grass, as you can see, is pretty tall. They haven't been able to harvest in here or do anything for over a year because it's been so muddy all spring and summer. So a lot of deer in here that like to hide. So he finally got him 260 yards. One shot he ran away and dropped within about 50-60 yards, and then Eric and I were like, well, we wonder where the doe went. And then she stood up, and I took a shot at her, and can't remember if I missed or hit her, but anyway, she kind of ran off, and then could tell that she kind of was hit kind of in the front a little bit, and then she got about almost 500 yards away with this wind right now. I thought, well, I got to try one more shot to put her down, and I took one more shot and was able to slow her down enough. I was able to walk up on her and do a finishing shot. But anyway, I got two whitetail back to back, and now we got a long haul and get them out of here. But everything's going good. It's been a good day. We're getting more windy right now, and Bear and Hash haven't found anything worth shooting yet. Well, Bear hasn't. Hash has already done as well. So anyway, it's Saturday, the first full day, and we got 3 bucks and 1 whitetail doe now. So we need 1 more buck and then 3 more whitetail does that we're not too worried about. We should be able to harvest them. So now the hard work and the fun work. Thanks, Eric.
You bet. Yeah, it's supposed to get cold and snow tonight, so we're glad to get a few of these tags notched.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll get some photos and then go take care of him and then go take care of the doe.
Yeah.
Twice that Swarovski scope. We were like watching him the whole time. When I called you and I was like, he's just bedded down.
So one time he stood up. One time he stood up and he was looking at us. I couldn't tell that he was bent. It was actually like that. I thought it was a doe. I didn't pull the trigger. So as he pitches over here and this. Stand up for maybe 30 seconds.
I couldn't even see him through the whole time. Oh, that's kind of...
Oh, this stuff is this deep. And there's a trail trail down here that looks like a cattle trail, and it's just deer track. It's just completely bare. It's the other one I got mounted, stepping on it. Got a rope tied on it.
Pretty cool how symmetrical these whitetails are. You know, like
I'm almost thinking of getting mounted, but then I'm like, I don't want to spend $500, $600, $700 to do it. So.
Buck number 3. Got one more buck tag and 4 doe tags to, or 3 doe tags to fill. Tom already got his doe.
Tom did.
Tom's going to take care of it. It's duty. This buck is just a genetic 2-point. It's a big bodied buck, big neck, big blocky body.
He's hurt. Take him out. He's hurt. Watch him. Gonna get a better opportunity than that right there. That's pretty cool.
Meh.
He's chasing does. He'll stop. Just stop. You recording? Yeah. Okay. Okay, Darren, get these white.
350. There's a 350. Just left. Right height. She's still there.
I think she's hit.
Yeah, she's hit.
It is.
Double.
Buff go down?
Yeah, you hit him good. We'll go over there first.
Last Dorn, if we can borrow his 4-wheeler or something.
What'd you do, Darren?
Just pulled a double. A unique double.
A
Tom Hess double.
double whitetail.
Wow.
Doubles. Good job, bro. Good job.
Nice
2
shooting.
whitetail, a buck and a doe.
That's crazy.
All at the same time. Well,
Crazy.
Both
That's
Tom
pretty cool.
and Darren doubled up on their whitetails.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually filled both tags in the same group.
nice buck.
Tom did it on Saturday, and now Darren's doing it on Monday.
You know what? And then next year, just
No, like I said, that buck was, he's obviously not mortally wounded because he was running around pushing does.
acting funny.
but he
had a limp.
He was actively
his back
actively
right
chasing
leg
those.
He
was
was limping.
injured, and I mean, obviously not mortally, so he's still pushing. But I felt that it'd be the best thing to do to shoot him, even though this other buck might have been a little bit bigger. I'm still happy with
You
that.
did it on Payson's birthday?
Was it on Payson's birthday double?
So what I want to say too is it took me 4 shots. Darren did his in 2.
I was lucky. Very blind squirrel fighting.
Showing up the old man.
I don't know, but I didn't have near as tough as a shot. Mine was broadside. Tom's was like.
Was 100 and-
Tom's was basically facing away, and he put it right in between the hind quarter and the rib cage. But yeah, there's not much room, so
He threaded the needle on his shot.
it's pretty awesome. It's cool. Good shots, fun times.
Okay, I'm gonna film the recovery. So, ski tracks everywhere right here at the ranch house. Walking out to get Darren's buck.
That's really the biggest.
Hey, got a spray of blood right there. Tracking this out, and we just found the buck down right over there.
Good job, bro.
You want to take this for a sec? We'll drag him out.
Good eye guards.
Darren's first whitetail buck.
Broke off a little bit right there, too. That's cool.
Okay, we're rolling.
All right, is Monday, the 11th of November. It's been really cold, snowy, windy, miserable, and we weren't really seeing a whole lot of mule deer bucks. We saw one decent one up in Corral Creek, but it was really crab clawed, so we passed on them and came back, and I saw this buck chasing some does, and he had a pretty noticeable limp on his back leg, so I figured I would help him out for the winter, and I decided to shoot him, and I'm happy with him. This is my first whitetail. I've seen a lot up here in Montana, but never shot one, so it was a fun experience to finally be able to harvest a nice mature whitetail buck here in Montana.
Right on. And then what happened after you shot this buck?
So he was with a bunch of does, probably five or six does?
Yep.
Does and fawns, and when I shot him, he ran opposite of the does, and the does took off across the field. So I knew I hit him well because he hunched up and he took off, and I knew I hit him because of how he hunched up, so I turned my focus to the does. And I was watching them for a while, and they're running away from me. I didn't feel like taking a poor shot, so I just waited for a little bit, and as soon as they got to where like there's this little tree line, one of them stopped and turned broadside, and I just took my time and shot and hit her, and these guys were yelling, "You hit to the left, hit to the left!" So I hurried and put another shell, and I picked the gun back up and looked, and that doe had her head down, and she was kind of hunched up, and then she just tipped over. So I'm excited to see the film, just because for me it was pretty big rush.
Whose birthday is it?
So, and it's on Payson's birthday, so it's Veterans Day, so thank you all those who served, and it's Payson's birthday, so it's really cool experience for me to harvest this buck and to know the importance of this holiday and to be able to share it with my daughter. It's pretty special.
That's awesome, dude. Congratulations.
The twofers.
That's right.
No. I don't have view.
Shot first was the right one.
So what happened,
I
guys?
looked over and it looked like we were going like this. You know? What's that?
What happened?
What happened?
Go back down there.
So we come out, we decided to double up on some whitetail. Hash was taking the left and I was taking the right. They went behind the trees, and I thought the one on the right was the left one, and vice versa. So we both doubled up, we both took a shot on the first deer.
He dead. We got him.
Turns out it was the same deer. And I looked back in the brush and I could see the one still standing there, so I took another shot, dropped that. So we got 2 whitetail, antlerless whitetail down here below the ranch house. So we're all tagged out, all done. And
Fritter on.
I'll take the one that was hit twice so Hash doesn't have to take some bloodshot meat home. Anyway, yeah, we're tagged out. Work today, quartering if we can, or maybe a wood cutting day and quarter and get ready to travel home tomorrow. Anyway. What? Well,
Travel home tomorrow? No. Vacation over.
yeah. Vacation over.
Good job, guys. Great. No. Vacation over. Anyway, it's all potato. Ripped it all off.
Well, I can tell you right now, my buck's just out of the running because Tom's buck has mine.
Tom's isn't going to be far off if we had 15.
We're not. We didn't do it last year. We're not doing it this year. I'm just saying.
Do you know what, Tom? Tom, we are doing it. But if you win, Hash or I will still buy Fuddruckers.
Hey, I didn't agree to this.
We're not even going to measure mine.
Yeah, we are.
Tom, you can use my gloves right there. Come in and wear the nitros if you want to prop it up.
I'll have Hash and Darren hold you down while I measure yours. Got our table set up there. Nice height so we don't strain our backs while we're doing the bone out. Got the tripod here to get them up and get them skinned. And take the quarters off as we go. Hash and Darren are back there getting another deer.
Here you go.
That's nice. You seek compliments of Tom and the Little River Band.
Muddy and wet right now, so we got anywhere from 14 to 15 below up to 40 and 50 in snow and rain.
Heading out of the ranch.
It's about now.
There's the old schoolhouse.
So what you been doing? Working.
I'd shoot him. Dude, that's a good buck right there. That's cool though. Dude, he's got something funky on his front right. It's like, see that, Eric? He's got two inlines on his right side. He's got two like kickers coming off. His back two forks, and then his front one, it's almost like it twists. It's weird. See this one over here?
Broadus. We just saw a really good whitetail out there on Little Powder River area. We're helping Brady and Lisa move. We're gonna load up this toy hauler with furniture, couch. Got the back of the pickup loaded. It'll save them a trip. So we're happy to do it. Trying to get it back in right now so we can load the section couch. Strong young backs.
I'm gonna say strong.
Toy hauler makes a nice moving van. I love seat. Getting ready to head out of Livingston. Doing up the trailer. Darren's getting the trailer backed around where we can pull it out. Alright, we're heading through Last Chance, Idaho, heading home. Look at all the swans on the river. There's the river, kinda, yeah, Mirror River. Mirror. Anyway, heading home. It's Friday. Stayed last night in Livingston. Did some packing this morning. Darren's ahead of us on a camper trailer full of furniture and a truck full of furniture for Brady and Lisa. Anyway, it's been a good trip. Good roads, except for the muddy roads in Montana. But it's been good. There's our driver right there. Who's that?
A good looking son of a gun, ain't
Good
he?
looking? Oh, who's this? Wow. Playing Monopoly. Perfect. Anyway, good trip. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Till next year.
Sign off.
Sign off. Montana Deer Hunt 2019 over and done with.